guys, it is June 25th, Saturday, and this is Kyle or Vulcan Wolverine. I don't know when this video is going to go out because my storage is being messed up. I found that my phone was completely off, and during the night it had like 50% left. I hooked it up to my computer. Somehow it turned off during the night, and when I turned it back on in the morning, it was 100% battery. And I've noticed that my Apple iWatch app, they've been because they'll start opening apps on your phone, like if it's in your pocket or something like that. And I noticed how they that app, they started trying to use it. So I have my phone, just when I'm asleep I have it on, and they could do whatever they want to it. So I'm pretty sure they have my phone on either a phone or an iWatch, and they can actually charge it or something. It's really weird because I had like 50% charged. I hooked it up to the computer. It was off when I woke up, so I was like, oh, well, the battery must have run out and it turned off. But it just turned off without me knowing how it turned off, and when I turned it back on, it was at 100% battery. So they do a lot of stuff, weird stuff with iPhones. I think they have a cloned phone of mine, either on a watch or another phone, and they can just kind of go in there with their fingers and do whatever they want. So that's a danger right there, because I have a lot of numbers to family members and text messages up. So I hope they don't do anything like that. It will be proof. They've made calls out to people when it's been in my pocket or when it's been in my house. And I think they do that in hopes that I'll be trying to talk to the V2K or something like that when they call somebody. So that's more kind of the cell phone surveillance. But I think they've even gone further on that dark protocol, not even looking into your cell phone or looking through the cameras, but actually cloning your phone onto some kind of device they have, so they can work it through that device without having to hack your phone. They have a whole nother clone device which they'll probably use, and this is a theory, with which they can use with fingertip speed to do stuff. That is just a theory though. I'm not quite sure about it. They've been trying to open that iWatch, the Apple iWatch app on my computer, and it'll ask if it wants to sync up, and I try and stop it when I'm awake, but I sleep. When I go to sleep, they can I have to leave my phone on for the alarm function and stuff like that. When I might go get an old alarm and start setting it so I can turn my phone off when I'm asleep, and they won't be able to do too much, and maybe get a new phone. I did want to mention a very smart lady on the calls mentioned that she went to a forensic cell phone specialist who did track who was going into her phone. And I think even if they're not on your phone at the moment, it can still trace back if somebody went into your phone, and that's a federal crime, to tap into somebody's phone. So I might use that angle, and she said it was only $150. So I might try and use that angle, because I know that my main organizer has been, hacking into my phone. I don't think he uses other people to do that. I think eventually he got it to where he can do that, and so I'm gonna maybe use that angle and maybe try and pin that federal crime on him, because it's only $150, and that is a federal crime. It's against the FCC regulations and everything like that. I just got to find a phone forensics specialist in my area, and then kind of push forward on that. I will be pushing against my own people, my own attackers, and also against this program. Like I was saying on my other videos, the time is now. It was Santa Clara where the local legislation was passed. I'm not sure. It was a law against some of this surveillance, some of the NSA surveillance on us. I'm not sure exactly what it was against, but it was passed. And there's a one-light car coming up right there. I'm just going to get a little bit of vehicular stalking too. I'm going to try and do a couple of things at once. I think also either Saturday night or Sunday morning, I'm going to start relaying what's on the Saturday night conference calls, because they're very important. It's just a lot of, kind of like a lot of the things, the news, the big things that are going on in the TI community. So I'm either going to start having a Saturday night video, putting it out on YouTube and Facebook of what we discussed on the Saturday night conference calls. And that call, like 300, TIs are on it, and all the TI leadership from PAX, formerly FFCHS, are on that call, discussing things. Things are really moving forward. There's a lot of hope. However, I mean, in my situation, it's like, they're cooking my stomach while I'm asleep, and I'll talk. I mean, my friend watches my videos, but I don't think he'll mind. I'm not going to say his name or anything, but we discussed this, and he really, he really thinks that I'm just schizophrenic. I need to let it go. It's kind of gone from him believing me to, then I started talking about remote neural monitoring and that kind of stuff, and then him kind of backing off, and I don't think he'll mind. I don't think he'll mind, because I'm not going to say his name. Nobody will know who I'm talking about. But, he was mentioning that he was having some very brutal dreams, like some dreams that he remembered. I mean, he remembered vividly what he was dreaming, and it was, it was very, he said they were very out of the ordinary and bad and just negative. I'm not going to go into the details. But that's what we would see as directed dreaming. So I really think that if they're not hurting him with directed energy, then they are definitely remote neural monitoring him. And I've told him that, so it's no secret that I'm trying to keep from him. And he does watch my videos and stuff. But he says to let it go, and I try and tell him why I can't, and y'all understand out there, because it is true. And it's happening to teenagers and women, and just every group in society. I see these vehicular stalkers, people who get involved in it. They're really, the majority of them are very trashy. They don't want anything good for the society. I mean, they look like they want to cause trouble, and they're angry, and they want something to be angry at. And it's a very dangerous situation, because it's spreading, and they break into homes, they do criminal activity, and because it's kind of covered by this DHS Fusion Center crap, they are protected by police when they break into people's homes, and they've attacked targeted individuals in their homes. So this is serious stuff. It's not some little thing that's going to create order in our society or help us define bad people at all. This is a huge ramp up to criminality in our society. It's really criminal stuff in our society, and they're kind of like keeping it in the shadows. I can attest to it because, my V2K, and whether it's looping or automation, or sometimes they're really on there, it really doesn't matter. The things that come from it are very negative. Just like, we're going to kill this guy, and everything that I say, like when I make a video, I'll start talking about things, and the guy will go, bullshit. Like the main organizer, he'll be like, bullshit, that's bullshit. Because, I mean, they're liars. They want to keep this going. And he'll say, I want him out of here, and stuff like that. And he says he wants me out of here at the same time as they're like sabotaging my car. And they know that I've been thinking and talking about maybe, if I can't find a place for my dog, I may hit the road in my car. There's not a lot of time left on this program, and I'm working for that charity, but my mom's willing to work with me. If I need to do something, she'll be willing to work with me. So I'm a little bit flexible at this point. I hate it to death because I want to write grants. I want to help her with that charity. But if I do decide to make the leap and just get in my car, leave my stuff at her condo, and go, she would support me. She may not understand or believe or whatever, but she loves me, and she would definitely support me. And then he'll like sabotage my car and mess with the engine, or you know, put stuff in it. So it's like he's just a liar all around. Like everything that comes out of that V2K is a lie. You know, he's like, I want him out of here. You know, he was saying that when I was at the house, and then it's just everywhere I go, it's the same thing. And, you know, then he, like, sabotaged my car to make sure I can't, like, get out of town. Because this is what he wants. I mean, he wants to stay here and you know, attack me and then build up some money in this city. I mean, they're using all this stuff. And I do want to respond to a comment. It was a negative comment of, I guess, a cynic, saying, why do you think that you're so special, blah, blah, blah. Dude, if you've watched any of my videos, and I guess I just want to call that guy maybe a moron or just say something hateful to him. I'm sorry about that, guys. I hate him because on my videos, I explain that I don't think that I'm special. This is not about my attackers thinking I'm special. This is about me being a little catalyst. Like, they think I'm a little piece of meat and my family doesn't matter, and they're making money and crap off of us doing this with the directed energy weapons, the DH Fusion Center gangs, as I'm going to start calling them, the gangs, the rape gangs that drive around and harass people. This isn't about me at all. So I want to respond to that commenter, and you know, I'm going to calm down, guys. I am very angry. This stuff, they're hurting my body. You know, they're remote neural monitoring me. They're amplifying my negative emotions. So I do get like this, and I'm sorry, y'all are gonna have to see it. Usually it's pointed in the right direction, though. Usually I point it right back at my attackers. You know, I'm nice to people out in society and stuff like that. But the deal is that's this bull crap. You know, I guess propagandist argument to kind of stifle. You know, stifle discourse about what's really going on. They're like, why do you think you're so special? You know, and I'll go that guy one further. I do think I'm special. Now that I'm in this targeting program, and all my life I have been special. God made me, so I am special. I don't think that the attackers see me as special. They wouldn't do this if they thought that I was this special guy who was going to change the world or help things or help other TIs. They wouldn't go after us. They don't see us as special. They see us as little pieces of meat that they can make money off of, that they can use this technology to, like, experiment on us, that they can, you know, make money for these DHS fusion centers and funnel money into the hands of gangsters in our society. People who don't care about justice and want to go after target individuals. I'm sorry, guys. It is an angry rant right now. I'm going to kind of calm down. I'm probably just going to do a short video on this, but I did want to respond to that comment because it's idiotic. If he had watched any of my other videos, I explained time and time again that these people do not think we're special. They see us as catalysts for bad things they can do in society, for false flagging, for things like that. I mean, you can be a 90-year-old grandmother and they'll do it to you and say you're a terrorist or whatever, or you can be a 35-year-old man, or you can be an 18-year-old, you know, teenager and they'll do it to you. It doesn't matter. You could be a doctor or a nurse or somebody without a job or somebody that works for a charity or anything, because they don't care what you really are, because they're just making up stuff. So I just want to respond to that comment once and for all. Like, what makes you think you're so special that these people would waste time on you? And the answer to that is they don't think I'm special. This program doesn't think I'm special. And they're not wasting time on me because they're making a lot of money on me. And they don't see it as wasting time. These people will waste their whole lives and build up a bunch of material wealth and crap like that, destroy their society, and feel like they have missed nothing. That's what they are. And I'm sorry, I am very angry right now, so I apologize for that. No, you know what, guys? I don't apologize for that. Anybody in this situation has the right to be angry. We have the right to be angry at a bunch of, like, sick, satanic, perverted, mind rapists who are making money off of us. I want to get pretty, I'm pretty concrete in what I believe about this. I'm not going to back down to it. I am an American, and we deserve freedom and at least life. At the very least, we all deserve to live, to not be murdered. And there's the one light car in my parents' neighborhood. people will start, like, I'll just come to my parents' neighborhood or go back to that townhouse,